hindi nila sinusunod ang arbitral ruling nung napanalunan natin sa arbitral ruling noong 2016. So sir, ano pong masasabi ko dun sa pahayag ng China na hindi nila ito tinatanggap?
Well, alam mo, sa totoo lang, it is very surprising, no, on our part, na sabihin ng Chinese government na they do not recognize the arbitral award, no? Because the arbitration between those countries na pumirma ng UNCLOS is clearly stipulated sa UNCLOS naman. So, ibig sabihin, as a signatory state in UNCLOS, United Nations Convention of the Law of the Sea, they have the responsibility to respect the decision of such arbitral court, no? But then again, ang China, pinaninindigan nila, they still have sovereignty over the entire vast water of Nine Dash Line na in-invalidate naman ng arbitral award, no? Ibig sabihin, the reason kung bakit hindi nila kinikilala ito, it's because, ibig sabihin nun, wala silang legal na basihan para sabihin sa mundo na totoo yung Nine Dash Line nila. And then pangalawa, kung ang tanong, is it something that we should be worried about dahil ang China hindi nila nirerespeto? I don't think so. Noong nakaraang arbitral award anniversary natin, noong nakaraang Friday, no, nakita natin kung gaano karaming embahada dito sa Manila ang nagpahayag ng suporta para sa ating nakuhang desisyon sa arbitral court. At ipinakita nila na they really recognize itong decision na to in support of the Philippines' exclusive right dito sa ating West Philippine Sea. Ibig sabihin, no matter how China denies it, the mere fact that more countries in the world, especially the like-minded states, recognize the arbitral award, para sa atin, we are already victorious on that.
Sir, regarding po kanina sa nasabi mong modernization ng AFP, pati na po yung sa West Philippine Sea, sir. Sir, pwede pong makahingi po kami ng update regarding po doon sa modernization plan po ng gobyerno po?
Well, I guess I would step back pagdating sa usapin ng AFP modernization, but I am more than willing to share ang ating efforts naman sa Philippine Coast Guard, no? For the Philippine Coast Guard, the Japanese government has been very supportive even during the time President Pinoy from 2013 hanggang panahon ni Pangulong Duterte nang nagdatingan itong 10 44-meter vessels natin at 2 97-meter. At itong 12 barko na to, as you all know, has been our workhorses, no, in the West Philippine Sea na nagpapatulya dito. Under this administration, President Bongbong Marcos has once again asked the support of the Japanese government for the acquisition of 5 more 97-meter vessel. Ang 97-meter vessel na to, yung 9701, Teresa Magbanwa, ito yung nasa Skoda Shoal ngayon. And then the other one, 9702, yung sister ship niya, at tinatawag nating Melchor Aquino. Ito naman ngayon ang nasa Bajo de Masinloc. So, makita natin how useful these big vessels are, no? Kung saan mas tumatagal sila pagdating sa pagpapatrolya. Pangalawa, hindi sila katulad ng maliliit na barko na kayang sukuan ang mga malalaking alon. Katulad ngayon, nag-uulan na, pero our 2 97-meter vessels are still out at sea, which means they can be able to sustain such patrol despite of such weather condition. So, for now, ang ating 97 meters is supported by Japan. And then for the European Union, like the Germany, they have given us drones that we are using now for us to improve our MDA capability. Ang mga drones na to ay kasama sa ginagamit natin para may document natin ang Chinese maritime militia, the presence of the Chinese Coast Guard, and even support, no, ang ating capability to know ang deployment ng Chinese sa Bajo de Masinloc or any other parts of the West Philippine Sea. For the Australian government, alam niyo naman, ang mga naunang barko ng Coast Guard right after we were transferred in 1998, ito yung tinatawag nating SARV vessel, Search and Rescue Vessel, 56 meters and the 35-meter vessel. Bali, walo to, no? These are all made in Australia. And the Australian government now has expressed their commitment in supporting the Philippine Coast Guard in once again, developing the capability nitong mga SAR vessel na to. Dahil alam naman natin may edad na sila. So they want to upgrade the capability nitong mga barko na to para magamit pa rin natin. So these are the other projects that we have right now. And of course, alam naman natin, the US government is also supporting the education of our personnel, whether these are short courses, educational degrees. Nagpapadala tayo sa Estados Unidos, sa Japan, sa Australia, and other countries. So, as far as the Coast Guard is concerned, more countries are reaching out for them to support our capability.
Natupad naman po ng China na trespasser po, may ano na po ba ng mga mangingisda o what?
Well, since June 15, yung implementation ng China Coast Guard new regulation, ay wala pa ni isang mangisdang Pilipino na sasabihin nilang i-detain nila, arrest nila, or kanilang ibuboard yung mga fishing vessel dahil sila ay trespasser. So, gaya na sinabi ko, nung mga unang araw bago nila, nung after nila mai-publish ito, sinasabi ko na this is just an empty threat kasi the same thing with the China Coast Guard law. They have been mentioning a lot of things that they're going to do, pero ni isa naman wala silang nagawa doon, katulad ng pag-demolish down ng mga existing infrastructure sa West Philippine Sea, paggamit ng weapon whatsoever. Ang China Coast Guard law has been implemented in 2021 until now, pero wala naman silang demolish na kahit na anong installation sa buong South China Sea. And the same thing, etong sinasabi nilang pag-detain sa mga mangisdang Pilipino, this just actually a response dun sa atin ito coalition nung nagpunta si Miss Rafaela David at ang mga ilang parte ng atin ito pupunta sa Bajo de Masinloc, kung saan more than 50 Chinese maritime forces were deployed by the Chinese government para ma-prevent itong atin ito coalition. Ibig sabihin, para sa akin, the objective of this new China Coast Guard regulation is only to prevent civil society movement like atin ito. Imagine, kung merong 5 civil society dito sa Pilipinas na magiging kasing lakas ng loob ni Miss Rafaela David, baka maubusan na ang China ng i-deploy na barko dahil hindi nila alam how they will able to respond sa mga Chinese, sa mga civil society movement na to. Pilipinas pa lang to. What if Vietnam will also follow the same? Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, and even Taiwan, di ba? So, for them to discourage the civil society to do the same thing that what Rafaela did, they should come up with an empty threat na madi-discourage sa mga civilian volunteers.
Anong hakbang po ngayon ang ginagawa po ng Philippine Coast Guard para maprotektahan itong ating mga mangingisda?
Well, ang ating komandante, Admiral Ronnie Hilgavan, since the implementation of the June 15 na sinasabi nilang start of the new China Coast Guard regulation, has always ensured na ang ating mga Coast Guard vessels are always ready to go every time na merong incidente na maki-report na ganito. Ibig sabihin, ang mga vessels natin, kahit pa sabihin nandyan sa mga puerto, the moment na may mapabalita or ma-report na dinitain or inakyat ng China Coast Guard, ang mga barko natin ay handang umalis mula dito sa Manila or in Subic or even in Puerto Princesa. And I would also like to add, ang Coast Guard vessels natin ngayon, as we speak, are strategically deployed in those areas na tinatawag nating traditional fishing grounds ng ating mga mangisdang Pilipino. For example, in Bajo de Masinloc, we have vessel there, Escoda, Iroquois Reef. Ibig sabihin, despite of our limited number of vessels, our Commandant, Admiral Gavan, has made sure that he will be able to deliver his commitment na kung sakaling may mga mangingisda na ihaharas ng China Coast Guard, ay nandoon ang Philippine Coast Guard vessel.